Hey guys, today in Art Club with Miss Burford we'll be creating Easter egg prints. You will need a printout of blank Easter eggs, styrofoam, watercolour paper, a spray bottle filled with water, a large paintbrush, water-based felt tip pens, a black biro, and either a ballpoint pen or one of these mechanical pencils. The only thing you need to do is to print out one of these templates off the website, which I put on the bottom here, of 9 Easter eggs, or you could do a sheet of 4 Easter eggs, however many really you want to do a print of. I just really like the fact that you can do a variety of different patterns on 9 different styles of Easter egg. The children can then practice their line drawing and patterns by drawing different patterns onto each Easter egg. You can show examples and really get some creative juices flowing. Once they've filled out their whole sheet of Easter egg designs, they can then go ahead and lay this on top of the styrofoam sheet. And some children may require you to stick this in place with some sellotape so it doesn't move all over the paper. Others may be able to manage as it is. But you want to use either a mechanical pencil or a biro pen and just go over the outline of the egg and the designs inside, and you want to do each egg that you have on your sheet. And you need to press quite hard, not so hard that you're really denting the paper and making lots of holes, but you also don't want to be so light that you're not even creating an indentation. So the best way to do this is to start off fairly light, see what the pressure's like, and then you can peel back the paper and check if it's making an indentation. If it is making an indentation, you can see when you're pressing hard enough. This is also a good time to change any designs on the eggs that you might not like. I changed the bottom left hand side one. I did try and do like a dragon's egg style one, like dragon scales, but I didn't like it, so I changed it to stars. This is the part that takes the longest time and the bit that you can't change if you make a mistake, so it's worth spending quite a while on this bit. If you don't have as much time in your lesson, then you could do one of two things. You could either make it smaller by doing an A5 piece instead of A4, or you could do less eggs on your page, so you could do one large egg, or maybe a row of 3 eggs, or a set of 4 eggs. When you've finished tracing over the egg designs, you can then remove your sheet of paper and then just double check on your styrofoam that everything's traced okay. If it hasn't, you can always go over these lines and just tidy them up a bit. So some places didn't trace as well for me, so I just joined up the lines and just made sure that I could see the design easily for the next step. Now is the favourite bit of most children, where they get to colour in their design, and this bit you can change if you want to change colours. I will tell you how in just a moment, but you need to use water-based markers so that when you add the water in a little bit, it will create that watercolour effect and transfer the colour over onto your paper. So I find that these Crayola ones work really well. I haven't tried many other brands. We've got Beryl at school, but I do find that these are the best personally. Use the indentations as your lines, so don't go over the lines. However, where you have got these indentations, you'll end up with a white line, so it's up to you if you want to colour over this line with a black pen to give you a black outline, or leave it white like I do on here. As I mentioned earlier, I said that you could wipe off colours if you weren't happy with them. So if you use a baby wipe, you can wipe off the colours off the styrofoam and start again. This next step will transform it from just coloured in eggs to watercolour looking eggs, and for this you'll need your watercolour paper, and you're just going to use your spray bottle to squirt some water over it. Don't oversaturate it, but you do need it to cover the whole page, and then just use your large brush to go back and forth to spread that water and cover the whole page. You need every inch of that paper to be wet, but when you pick it up you need to make sure that there's no water dripping off the edge, otherwise you know it's too wet. Then you'll want to lay your styrofoam on top of the watercolour paper with your eggs facing down, and just apply some pressure over this to transfer the ink onto the paper. and you might want to flip this the other way around so that you can rub on the paper and it's a bit better to apply some pressure. You can peel a corner away just to check how the transfer is going, as long as it doesn't move the whole sheet of paper, and if you need to press down for longer then you can do so, and if it is ready obviously you can start peeling the paper away. Leave this to dry for about an hour, and then an optional extra is to get a black pen and just write your own Easter message on the bottom. So I like to do Happy Easter and the year, and then this can be framed nicely for parents to put up for Easter. If you enjoyed this lesson, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art lessons like this every week and other art related content every now and then. See you next week for more art club with Miss Burford.